Sleep takes up nearly 1/3 of our lives, but have you ever wondered what really happens to our consciousness during this time? Do we simply switch off, or does awareness shift into another mysterious state? Sleep has always been one of the greatest mysteries of human life. Every night, we spend nearly 1/3 of our existence in this altered state of awareness, yet most of us barely think about what actually happens to our consciousness when we drift into sleep. Do we disappear into nothingness? Does our mind remain active? Or does consciousness shift into another state altogether? 1. The nature of consciousness and sleep. Consciousness can be thought of as our continuous awareness, our ability to perceive, think, and respond to the world around us. When we are awake, this awareness is vivid, tied closely to our senses and environment. But when sleep begins, our consciousness doesn't vanish, it transitions into different forms. Scientists divide sleep into two main types: non-REM sleep, NREM, a deep, restorative state where brain activity slows down; REM sleep, rapid eye movement, a stage where the brain becomes highly active, similar to wakefulness, and dreams occur. During these stages, consciousness doesn't simply turn off. It shifts between layers of awareness, moving from external perception to internal imagination. 2. Consciousness in non-REM sleep. In the first stages of sleep, brain activity decreases and consciousness fades from external awareness. You lose your sense of time, space, and body awareness. This is why people often describe sleep as blacking out. However, research using brain scans shows that some minimal awareness still exists. For example, a mother may remain faintly conscious of her baby crying at night, or a sleeper may hear their name being called and wake up. This suggests that our consciousness never fully disappears, it only dims to a quieter level. 3. Consciousness in REM sleep. The dream world, REM sleep, is perhaps the most fascinating stage. The brain becomes almost as active as when awake, but external awareness is cut off. Instead, our consciousness turns inward, creating dreams, vivid stories, emotions, and images generated by the mind itself. Here, consciousness is not gone, but rearranged. Dreams allow the brain to process emotions, store memories, and even rehearse real-life situations. This inner theater shows that our awareness simply shifts from the outer world to an internal reality. 4. Lucid dreaming, a special case of consciousness in some cases. People experience lucid dreams, where they become aware that they are dreaming while still asleep. This shows that consciousness can remain self-aware during sleep, proving it never fully disappears, it only changes states. 5. Theories of where consciousness goes. Scientists and philosophers offer different views. Neuroscience. Consciousness becomes offline as the brain reduces sensory input and external processing. Psychology. Consciousness transforms into dreaming and memory integration. Philosophy, spirituality. Some traditions believe that during sleep, consciousness withdraws from the physical body and enters deeper layers of the mind or even spiritual dimensions. 6. Why this matters. Understanding where our consciousness goes during sleep helps us appreciate how vital sleep is not just for physical rest, but for mental balance, emotional healing, and creativity. Sleep is not the absence of consciousness. It is a different mode of awareness that helps us function in waking life. In summary, our consciousness does not vanish when we sleep, it shifts. During NREM sleep, awareness dims and external perception fades. In REM sleep, it transforms into the dream world. Sometimes, in lucid dreams, we even regain self-awareness. Far from being a blackout, sleep is an inner journey of consciousness into realms we rarely notice while awake. So, consciousness doesn't disappear when we sleep. It journeys through different states, from quiet stillness to vivid dreaming. Sleep isn't the end of awareness, but a gateway into the hidden landscapes of the mind.